Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. So happy you are here today. We are in Pranayama Analytics, learning the Ujjayi breath, also called the victorious breath or the ocean breath. It is a vitalizing pranayama, and it is an interesting one because it vitalizes, but it also calms. So it's really beautiful breath. Benefits is it creates some internal heat, lengthens our breath, it focuses the mind, it energizes and also relaxes at the same time and brings some stability to the physical body. Contraindications is very high blood pressure, heart disease, and for when we hold our breath, we retain the breath. If you have a history of stroke, it's not advised to retain the breath for long periods of time. No modifications or variations for this breath right now. We are going to we're going to be engaging our glottis muscle in our throat. So I'll describe that. First, I'd like to talk about Ujjayi, where it comes from the root Ujjayi, which means victory. And that is victory over the distractions, the fluctuations, the disturbances of the mind. So as we engage this glottis muscle, we're going to create a sound, and it sounds a little like the ocean. That's why it got its name as ocean breath. Some people have also said it sounds a little like the Darth Vader breath. The ocean breath is a little more inspiring to me, so that's what I use, or the victorious breath. And I'd like to help you to get this mastered, how to engage this glottis muscle throughout the practice. So if you imagine that you're going to fog a mirror, so open your mouth just a little bit and imagine you're going to fog up a piece of glass or a mirror, and you would go with your breath. So do that a couple times yourself, feeling that sensation, the muscles in the back of the throat that you're using to fog up that mirror. And now close your mouth, but do the same thing. Imagine you're going to fog up the mirror. And you hear an ocean sound. You're engaging that muscle in the back of your throat to create that sound. And it's a calming sound, and it's a focus. So as we use this breath during our pranayama practice, but this breath is also used often in asana practice while you're doing your asana. So to bring this breath into your asana practice as you're going through the poses just brings a little more focus to the pose. So your position can be seated in a cushion, a chair, or a block. And I'll explain the steps to this pranayama, and then we'll move through it together. So we're going to begin by inhaling, contracting this glottis, the back of our throat, creating that ocean sound, and bringing the breath and prana into the bellies, the ribs, the chest, and all the way up into the throat if you can when you inhale. So we'll be going. And we pause very gently at the top of the breath, and then exhale slowly, releasing the glottis muscle, releasing that sound. And you might hear a little sound because we're going to create a long, smooth exhale, about twice as long as the inhale. So it's going to be, we're going to keep our mouth closed through the whole practice. And then we pause at the bottom of the breath without any strain, just gentle pause at the bottom of the breath. And we're going to repeat this for several breaths. And we're going to be focusing on the sensation and the sound of the air as it passes through the throat. So that's our focus, listening to this ocean-like sound. So let's begin together, do a few rounds of this breath together. It's a nice slow pranayama, so we'll be breathing quietly and slowly. So I invite you to, wherever you are in your breath cycle, just exhaling completely, letting it all go. On your next inhale, contracting the glottis, bringing the breath into the belly first, ribs, chest, and throat. Pausing gently at the top of the breath. And then exhale, long, slow, twice as long as the inhale. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Remembering as we inhale, we're going to do that wave-like from the belly. Pause at the top. Exhale completely. We'll do one more together and I'll let you do a few on your own. And only you will hear this ocean-like sound. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale nice and slow and long. Continue a few breaths on your own. One more breath. And letting it go. Thank you for joining me for Ujjayi breath, victory breath, ocean breath. You can go to ecstaticyoga.studio for more information on our yoga retreats and yoga teacher trainings. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day. Namaste.